Good day, everybody. Yay! And welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living here in the Antelope Valley. Yay! Whether you're here in person live, watching us at home, on YouTube or Facebook, and you're also welcome to watch us on YouTube or Facebook at your convenience at a time that serves you best. We welcome you, we embrace you, we're glad you're joining our community. And wherever you are in your spiritual path, you are embraced here. We believe that we are co-creators with the divine, and that you can change your life by changing your mind and your vibration. Ernest Holmes is the founder of our philosophy, and we teach universal truths distilled from the world's spiritual teachings. And so today we've got Frank and Bruce on audio-visual. And we've got Gerardo and Aaron as our ushers today. Yay! And we've got a plethora of singers. We are abundant. We've got Stacy, Tiffany, April, and Dina. Yay! And I'm Renee Cornwell, your practitioner for today. Yay! And your announcer. Yay! So it's my opportunity to give you our announcements for the week. Yay! Today, after service, our guest speaker, religious science practitioner, Linda Drevenstead, yay, is giving a Soul Care 2.0 workshop. You will learn how to fuel your soul and keep it healthy and growing. Shop at our C's Candy Chocolate for Love Yum Raising store by April 4th. Yeah, ooh, you say. I say. Can't have too much chocolate, right? Every time you purchase, a percentage is donated to our beloved center to help us with fundraising. Scan the QR code or go to the website and love you some chocolate. Yay! In its many, many forms, in its abundant forms, and we are abundant. Okay, Dina Efferson Williams will strengthen your mind and body with her yoga classes. That's right. Every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. A $20 love offering is gratefully accepted. The monthly men's group meets this Tuesday, March 18th at 6 p.m. It is facilitated by our amazing Core Council President, Frank Williams. Yay! Please join us for a day of service on Saturday, March 22nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We will be doing a spring tidy up to Friendship Hall, the foyer, and the sanctuary. Also on Saturday, March 22nd at 1 p.m., for those of you that don't come in for the cleaning or have some heaviness laying on your heart, Reverend Jessica Fish facilitates a Zoom bereavement support group. The link information is on our website, in the weekly email bulletin, or in our brochure on the back table. Our Authentically Me women's group meets on the fourth Sunday of the month at 3 p.m. Yay! The next meeting is next Sunday, March 23rd. Every moment in this group is designed to bring joy and laughter into your life. Thursday, Saturday, March 29th at 7 p.m., join Stacy for the new moon, well, it says lunar eclipse sound bath, but the lunar eclipse, was a couple days. Solar. Well, okay. I'm just reading what I got in front of me, but solar eclipse sound bath. Sonically connect to the moon with crystal singing sound bowls. Well, let's connect with the sun too. This meditation experience is a $20 love offering also. Yay! On Wednesday, April 2nd at 6 p.m., the Spanish language study group is facilitated by Esperanza Ramos. Platicas con Esperanza. Grupo Espiritual en Español se reúne el día 2 de abril. That's as far as I go. That'll be from 6 to 7:30. Don't be late. It says de la tarde. I think that means don't be late, don't be tardy, I don't know. Be there or be square, how about that? Mark your calendars for Saturday, June 21st from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. We will present a Spring Fling Healing Arts Festival. Yay! Woo-hoo. If you would like to volunteer or become a vendor, booths are $65. Admission is free for the public. Well, I assume it's free for congregants too. So you're all welcome to come. Please contact Jane or Tiffany for more information. Where's your hand, Tiffany? Yay. Okay. And the Compassionate Care Team. If you know of someone in our spiritual community that is having health challenges in the hospital or is otherwise in need of support, please contact Joan McLaughlin. And you can find her contact information in the bulletin on the back table or on our website. Is anyone here for the first time? Okay, well, thank you all for coming. Oh, okay, yay. Yay. We are blessed by your presence here today, and you're invited to Friendship Hall after the service to enjoy some snacks. You're also invited to the workshop after service. And the usher will now be handing you a goodie bag. Inside is a welcome card to fill out with your email so you can receive our event information, and that's all we'll use it for. Please give the card to one of the ushers, and you can do that by just dropping it in the basket when they pass it by. So let's give him a warm welcome and welcome home. We have many ways to keep informed. Sign up for our weekly email bulletin or scan the QR code for our website. The QR code can be found on the door as you leave the sanctuary. For those of you who still like paper, a brochure is available on the table at the back of the sanctuary. Or check out the bulletin board in Friendship Hall. There's flyers on the bulletin board for upcoming events. And experience a 2-minute tune-up with our practitioners after service. So if you've got something that's laying heavy on your heart and you would like to have prayer right away, please come and see one of us. And during that time, if you'll exit the sanctuary silently and quickly, that provides a sacred space for us to do that prayer. So we appreciate your respect for that space. Thank you.
Good morning, afternoon, good day. We're singing our congregation song, so join in. You can stand if you feel like it, or stay in your seats, but there is only one love. Let's talk about it. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from
when I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I can hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love.
Sing it to yourself.
There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love.
There is only love.
There is only love. There is only love. There is only love.
Thank you so much, ladies, for that. No. Thank you so much for taking us to that deep heart space that is so expansive and really does flow through your presence and your voices. What a blessing you are. Thank you. Uh-oh, where is it? What did I do with it? We're going to do the lighting the flames of faith. And joining me today is the lovely Marcia Sutton. Thank you. No, you didn't move it. I buried it. You know, it's just, I was so moved by all that love. I just want to stay in that space. But moving right along. Lighting the flames of faith. A call to service. We perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people and all faiths, all sentient beings, come from one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for those who are as yet unaware of the activity of spirit in their lives, and for the space we are holding for them here at the center. And as Marcia lights the healing candles, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to experience the healing flame of God's eternal love. Thank you, Marcia. And our reading today is from the Science of Mind under the subtitle, The Great Search. So I invite you to close your eyes and take in these words, and I'll go into the invocation. The world seeks a solution of its great riddle, the apparent separation between God and man, between life and what it does, between the invisible and the visible, between the Father and the Son. And until this riddle is solved, there can be no peace. Peace is an inner calm, obtained through man's knowledge of what he believes and why. Without knowledge, there is no lasting peace. Nothing can bring peace but the revelation of the individual to himself and a recognition of his direct relationship to the universe. He must know that he is an eternal being on the pathway of life, with certainty behind him, certainty before him, and certainty accompanying him all the way. Peace is brought about through a conscious unity of the personal man with the inner principle of his life, that underlying current flowing from a divine center, pressing ever outward into expression. But this can never come by proxy. We can hire others to work for us to care for our physical needs. But no one can live for us. This we must do for ourselves. And so as I acknowledge that universal presence that we call Spirit, that we call God, we call the divine, we call the universe, it is the flow of life through that manifestation of God. That the outermost God and the innermost God are one and the same. And that divine presence is flowing through each and every one of us right here and right now, and inspiring our consciousness here in this sanctuary today to open to a more greater awareness of this universal truth. It is the wisdom of God that moves through today's service, through the songs, through our hearts, through our eyes, through our presence, and through the words of Linda, as those words are inspired by that same God speaking through her and listening within us. So I know this is a divine blessing. A blessing that is us. And so in gratitude to know this truth, to be inspired by this truth, and to be opened by this truth, I release these words into the law, knowing that they are actively worked on by the law right now. For the law was moving before these words were ever spoken. And so in gratitude, I release these words with the words, and so it is. Amen.
Use me, Ricky Byers.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, but God's so much more than the earth or the stars or all of creation. God is creator, all in all, needing us to shine its light at me, as you so use me. Oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Yes, I want you to just command my hands. What must they do? Command my life. It's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things new, and God shine its light. Come on now. God needs us to shine its light. Be the light. God needs us to shine its light as me, as you so use me. Oh God, I stand for you and hear all the vibe as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
Can it get any more awesomer? Tune in next week for, oh no, well, we'll have more later today, but keep coming back. And now it is my good pleasure and great honor to introduce our speaker, Linda Drevenstedt, MS, Master of Science? Master. Hail to the Master. Yay! NPL, here again, Master Certified Life Coach. Yay, Master! And a religious science practitioner. She nurtures and challenges people to cultivate their potential. What a great fit here. Yay! Her Southern Steel Magnolias style of wit and wisdom helps people move through their barriers to their higher divine connection. More love, joy, peace, and success. Linda's book, Life Path by Design, an Amazon bestseller, shares how to coach yourself to your own charmed life. Did you bring copies with you today for sale?
Well, I brought one for you.
Oh, I feel blessed. Thank you. And I'll go off script now, which can be a good thing, and say that my interactions with you have been such a sweet blessing. So I really enjoy our time and conversation, and am excited to hear you today and take your workshop. I know it's going to be fun, and we're here to have fun. Okay, if everybody will please welcome Linda Drevenstedt.
All of the things here. Cultivating your soul. Wow. And did not the divine bring in the music, the words, everything that has happened is all in the divine order of what we're going to talk about today and in the workshop. So it's just beautiful. God doesn't abandon us. Oops. Well, let's see. Shall we move forward or shall we not? Maybe move a slide forward, Bruce. Or not. We're not moving here. So. There we go. There we go. I don't know if any of you are gardeners, but I am. And this is one of my dead plants. So we don't abandon the plants. The plants kind of do their own thing, but we do have to care for them, just like our soul. So just remember this. It was in part of the words of the song about getting lost and then refound. Well, that's kind of what our cultivating our soul is all about. Because we as humans kind of fall over and then come back. It was a cool winter's day in Charleston, South Carolina. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I didn't know that. My son shook me. I was asleep on the sofa. Mom, are you going to get up and get dressed today? That one event shifted my life path. Here's my 11-year-old son coming home from school, finding his mother asleep on the sofa, still in her nightgown. Now, I had gotten my 2 sons off to school, but then I found the sherry bottle to drown the pain body. Eckhart Tolle calls about pain bodies. To drown the pain body I was experiencing. We had recently moved. My then husband, and I had been married for about 14 years, but we had moved 7 times to follow his dream, Now, in that moment, the person I was the culmination of a 50s, now let's see if we're going to move. Nope, we're not moving, so maybe, oh, we did? There we go. The 50s desire for husband, white picket fence, go find a man who's educated, can take care of you, all that. Now, that's my Southern upbringing. I don't know about the rest of the country, but that's how I was raised. In my Southern Baptist, serve your man. The old country song, stand by your man. And I did. I knew how to pack and get myself moved quicker than you can say, where are we going next? It was important to me to be the dutiful good wife, to be the dutiful good mother, to be the dutiful wife, and to put me on the back burner of life in that moment. But that one moment of my son's, hello, Mom, are you going to get dressed today, changed that. In that moment, I discovered that I had abandoned God. In that moment, it led me down a path to kind of go, now wait a minute. There's something huge missing here. What is that something? Now, I grew up as a Southern Baptist girl, church Sunday afternoon, church Wednesday. I had a 14-year pin of perfect attendance. That tells you how much I was steeped in my church self, my little Jesus girl. That had been put aside because my husband was a traveling salesman, and when he came home, he wanted to play and enjoy the family. He didn't want to go to church. Now, the interesting backstory to that is, having stayed in the church and church camp and et cetera, when I was a senior in high school, the summer after I graduated, I stayed there at the church because I wasn't going off to college. I was staying in town for college. Our college, the college that my husband was going to, Georgia Tech, which is kind of has a football team and all that good stuff. The church was close to the campus. So here comes a group of the students from Georgia Tech. At that time, they were men. There were only guys going to Georgia Tech. It changed later. They figured out that women could have a math brain and be engineers. What a concept. He walked in, and as the story goes, I fell in love. So I kind of followed around, and we began to date, and our story was a wonderful love story, I have to say, because I'm like, here, look, I found a college person who's going to college, can take care of my babies, and I love this guy. It had a beautiful story, beautiful story. But it actually had its own climax in that moment that my son said, "Mom, are you going to get up and get dressed?" I all of a sudden realized I had abandoned God for the sacrifice of what I thought was my dream. My dream. Have you ever been uprooted from this cozy, comfortable cocoon, and all of a sudden something throws you out of that nest? I was in a cozy, wonderful, I had a good job. I was a dental hygienist. I love my job. And if any of you have worked and known when you are a dental hygienist, I could work 3 days a week and then still be with my children, serve the school, the scouts, or whatever was going on. I love my job. I had good friends. We had a wonderful home. I had just planted fruit trees in my yard. And then my husband says, "We're moving to Charleston, South Carolina," which is where this event took place. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. You want relief. You want relief from what it feels like when somebody takes you up by the roots and says, "It's okay, you're doing well here, but we're going to go over here." It happened to be the straw that broke the camel's back. Now, it did take me a few years of path to get to a place because I was raised Southern Baptist. Now, I'm going to say after my own, investigation, Southern Baptist and Catholic as far as marriage are kind of close. You don't get divorced. You don't abandon a marriage. And I have seen many, many Catholic people abandoned by not living together, but just they can't get divorced because of the church. Well, I knew that to be the conversation at the church. But I also knew that my source, my Jesus self, my God self, had to come back into being. Now, that was my soul kicking me in the butt and saying, "Listen, girl, remember all those years you and Jesus walked together? Now, whoever you walk together with, Jesus is not the important piece. It is that I walked a path of faith. It's still in me, but it had gotten squished. That bud had been moved away. So the first thing I realized is I had to shake off the shackles of old expectations. I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know what it was going to be like, but I knew I had to find some place that I could replant my God self. Now, that new place was a Unity radio show. Back in the 80s, which is when this happened, they had a radio moment. It was like a little paid political, spiritual announcement. And it was always uplifted my soul. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go find a Unity church. Well, by then we had moved again. So I was in Tampa, Florida this time. And I found a Unity church in Tampa. And I went there, and I was in love. I'm like, I'm home. I am home. It was welcoming. It was open enough that I could be my little Jesus girl, but I could also expand my soul. I could reconnect. Now, in that excitement, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm here. But I don't know where I am. I didn't know anything about Unity or New Thought. So I kind of had grown over a little bit of time there from that event on the sofa and my son, a little bit more boldness about my own life. So I knocked on the door of the minister. His name is Ross Goodman. Now, he's passed away. I looked him up here recently just to honor the idea and how he helped mold me to where I stand here today, able to be giving a homily at this wonderful, beautiful center that's been here since '57. Yep. I knocked on his door and I said, "Ross, I don't know anything about this Unity stuff. Where can I find out more information? Do you have like a newcomers class, something like that. And he looked at me and says, well, we really don't, Linda, but you could teach one. Now, wait a minute. At that moment, I had been a dental hygienist, which does have a component of teaching. I try to teach people how to take care of their teeth, right? But I had not been a consultant, a lecturer, a teacher within business as I would become. But he took that seed and he looked at me, he says, would you like to teach the class? Well, I kind of fumbled around and I said, let me get back to you on that. Let me get back to you on that. He said, well, here, take the book, Lessons in Truth by Emily Cady. I don't know if you've read it. I actually, as I was putting this together, I'm like, I need to go back to that book. I need to go back and find it because one of the first lessons, it has 12 lessons, one of the first lessons in that book is bondage or freedom. Bondage or freedom. I'm like, that's where I'm sitting. I'm sitting in knowing I want the freedom of life and I want out of the bondage of where I'm sitting. I didn't want to get rid of my children, maybe the husband, but I was in this place that as I taught and I recruited another friend I'd met at the church, I said, would you help me out so that if there's some time I can't be here, somebody's at least teaching the class. So I had a buddy who helped me teach the class. Through that class, I realized that I could release the shackles, if you would, because they really are kind of like a shackle in the expectations of others. What my parents thought, what anybody else thought about where I was in my life. So I'm going to ask you right now, what shackles of expectations might you still be living under? What shackles? Because they are. And nobody put them there, you just accepted them. You accepted the cultural, the religious, the upbringing, as they say, your mama taught you. Those things we accept sometimes without thinking about it. And they can come back to, if you would, rear their head as we live our lives, and we want to know, where's our freedom, where's our joy, where's our peace, where's the love that I want? So what is the thing that may keep you from removing that shackle for yourself? The peace that keeps you pot-bound. Next slide. Boop, boop. Can we go there? Yeah. In other words, you've got to be able to take a look at where are the roots that brought you to where you are, and are they pot-bound? Now, I have a window box. It's actually on my front porch. I don't have a window I can put it in, but it sits on my front porch. I have two of them. Now, they have geraniums in them. And about every other year, I do what I call a bonsai treatment. I take them out of the box. I cut off their roots till their roots are about maybe a third of what they were. I give them new soil, and I put them back in the box. And then they bloom and are doing well. They're about due for their bonsai treatment. So in the world of gardening, part of what we have to do is we have to weed and prune. Part of our soul growth is weeding and pruning. What is it that is right now bothering you? What is that plaguing thought that haunts you and won't let you be free? If it's not joy, love, peace, kumbaya, then it's worth looking at. It's worth looking at. Now, unfortunately, the neuroscientists tell us that 85% of those thoughts that are running around and bothering you are the same thoughts that have been running around and bothering you and running around and bothering you and running around and bothering you for a long time. So my question is, when are you going to be ready to get it off, cut them out, weed them over, so that you can be free, that you can be out of the bondage of those thoughts that keep you trapped beyond where your soul can take you? Your soul will take you places you never even thought about. When I think back when I was putting this together, I'm getting chill bumps right now. When I was putting this together and thinking about that day that Ross said, why don't you teach the class? I found that through that, I love the experience of teaching. I went on to have a consulting business where I taught dental teams how to best take care of their patients. I was in glory for the 25 years of my own business. I loved being a dental hygienist, but I loved teaching dental hygienists to be even better than they were at whatever they were doing. That was a seed of soul that was planted, and I didn't even know it at the time that that's where we were going. I had no idea. But it took me out of the bondage. It took me from the place of realizing that I had a choice. Me and God, me and Jesus, we could get through any frickin' thing that came along. And there have been some frickin' things that have come along. All of us have it. How many of you remember Fran Drescher, the nanny? One of my favorite quotes from her is, "Nobody gets out unscathed." Nobody. So you may be the only one you think that's had your sickness, your heartbreak, your grieving of lost pet or person, that nobody else can feel it this deep. Nobody else has that. What I'm here to say is we're all God's children in human form, and we all share in those things that take us off track, or at least attempt to. And it is our job to remember how to re-engage our soul. Your soul will guide you if you listen. And I love this quote. I just finished a book, Ina Garten. You know who she is, the famous cook? Now, I don't follow her recipes because they don't fit my diet plan, because she's a bit on the, what shall I say, caloric side. She's on the caloric side. Good comfort food, but her, the book, the name of it is Be Ready When Luck Happens. Be ready when luck happens. There's no luck. There's you ready, you not ready. Your soul will push you, and you ready, you not ready. Sometimes you're not ready. And sometimes your soul says, hey, we got some new stuff for you. We got some new stuff for you. Now, part of the whole soul growth thing is prayer, to me, which is asking. We have spiritual mind treatment. It's an ask. And then there's meditation, which is listening. Listening is where you get the memo from the soul, the divine, the atmosphere, the cosmos, the consciousness, all those things. Now, it took me a while on the meditation end of things. My first teacher was Shakti Gawain. Now, she's passed away also. I've outlived some of these people. What's going on? Her little cassette, Creative Visualization, was my first introduction to meditation. And then Ram Dass actually was my teacher to get me into being able to meditate on my own without the cassette. Mainly because he gave me these beautiful pictures. One particular one, I even used it this morning, is getting to a place that me and Jesus are walking up a hill. That's the meditation that just, it nourishes my soul. Nourishes my soul. So all of the things that keep us from that are those little binding things, those thoughts we were talking about. They keep us caught. And that can be, where are they? Whoop, whoop. One more. It's that monkey mind, those negative thoughts. Now, I have a term called ANTS, automatic negative thoughts. And I have been in Southern California now for 10 years. Ants are a problem, okay? They're a problem. They get in places you think you've cleaned it, because I'm a clean freak, I'm a dental hygienist. And they still come. Now, once we got our cat passed after 19 years, they don't seem to be as bad because they used to get into her food no matter what I did. Now, ants are one thing. When I lived in Charleston, it was cockroaches. Cockroaches so big they would come in and say, "What are you doing here?" I'm telling you, they were horrible. I was really glad to leave Charleston, to be honest. It is a lovely city. Everybody should visit there one time, but don't go live there. It's its own little special place. But we tend to judge. This whole political climate has led us to judgment, has it not? Even though we are in peace, love, and kumbaya. Comparisons, allowing others to take your freedom, to take your space. We keep quiet. We don't want to hurt their feelings. Now that is my Southernism. It took me a long time to move past because my mama said, you cannot say anything that will ruffle anybody's feathers. No, no, no. So to shake off the ability to tell my own truth, I stuffed it for 20 years of one marriage. I could not say what I wanted to say. It was the fear, our worry. The five main ganger that get in are fear, worry, doubt, shame, and guilt. All those guys. And if you still have them, it's time to get them out of there. There are plenty of places you can go to get some help. I have been to almost all of them, including the ancestral, rebirthing? That was a little weird, but anyway, we did it anyway. We did it anyway. So our goal is to get to, and many of you know who Michael Beckwith is. And I just taught a class, we studied wherever they are. Okay. Whoops, these are all those thoughts, which didn't show up on the slide too well. There we go. Our goal through soul growth is to move through these 4 stages. Now, you can get yourself over there in number 4, but what I have learned is no matter how much you study, life can knock you to your knees, and you go, here recently, my husband had a health challenge, I went right to victim. I victimed myself, him, me, the whole everything for a couple of days, and then I dusted it off, got back to my goal of God's self, peace, love, and knowing that if I have that faith, if I have that connection, if I have all of that, he and I will get through this. We will get through this together. We will make it together. So as we look at our goal of being at peace, in love, and joy, just know that it takes periodically taking an inventory. We're going to do some of that in the class today. That's why I brought my little snake. We're going to talk about those old skins that we need to shed. So we want to shake off those old expectations. And we want to reveal and heal what's coming up, what's talking to you right now. Ernest Holmes says there's nothing really to heal but to be revealed. Well, it's going to, if it reveals itself, it's ready to be healed. It's ready for it to be a part of your, let's move it on out. Listen to your soul. Be sure you've got your time for meditation. And here in the culmination of our time here, know that there's always more for our soul to grow, always more for us to expand into as our loving, joyful, peaceful selves, and to let anything that's not that, just like the song was saying as you sang, anything that's not that, how do I let that fade away? How do I let that move away from me and my life right now so that I can move through the negative nannies, whether it's political or whatever it's about, I can move through that with my own centerboard of grace, of forgiveness, and of love. The love is the whole thing. So I wish for each of you that peace, that joy, that love, and if you aren't feeling that, your own ability to unbound yourself. You have it. You have it. So you can be free to enjoy the love that's in your life right now and the love that's all around you. I thank you very much. I appreciate you. And my note says, what do I do next? Treatment. So just right where you are, where you're sitting, just take a deep breath. Pull up the wonderful grounding earth energy. Knowing that we're grounded right here, right now. Mother Earth is right here for us. And all around you is the consciousness of the divine that you can pull into your own soul. The love, the peace, the joy is right there. It never goes away. We may move away, but it's right there. It surrounds each and every one of us. And I know for everyone here present, everyone online, now or future, that this is the truth. That the love, the joy, the peace that we all seek is right here and ever present. It is only our ability to open our hearts, open our souls, and allow it to flow in, fill us up, and to be the light that the world needs, most of all, from us, showing that light to each and every person we meet, in every encounter we have, every sorrow, every grieving, everything, that we can meet it with our own loving light. That we and the divine together can move into the world and make it a better place because we are here. I release these words with thanksgiving into the divine law of love, and I know them to be so. And together we say, and so it is.
So much. And I don't know, well, I know that y'all at home can't see this, don't know this, but I know that her soul dances on the stars. And if you don't believe me, just look at her shoes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me.
Okay. The theme for today is I got it, I lost it. So I chose I Lost the Right to Sing the Blues by Karen Drucker. Woke up this morning, something wasn't right. My poor head was a-throbbing 'cause I tossed and turned all night. This unfamiliar feeling, it shook me up inside. The truth, it was revealing that a part of me had died. So I called my higher self and she gave me the bad news. She said, your life is just too good. You've lost the right to sing the blues. That broken down old Chevy that was eating me alive. Well, I visualized a Lexus and now it's sitting in my drive. That man of mine, that scoundrel, that rotten low-down bum, I transformed him into a love god with a sizable trust fund. And everywhere I looked, I was confronted with the news that my life is just so good, I lost the right to sing the blues. You can sing the blues, you if you can't pay the rent. And you can sing the blues if all your money done been spent. But how can I sing the blues? I ain't got no excuse when I'm driving in my Porsche on the way to my masseuse. So you won't find me wailing late at night in some smoky bar, and you won't see me crying tears into my old guitar. I'm too busy cleaning my chakras and chasing bad karma away and fluffing up my aura. Well, honey, that could take all day. Now that I'm enlightened, I've got to spread the news. When life is this darn good, you lost the right to sing the blues. Come on. No need to complain. Life is good all the time. Whatever's on your mind, release that. Allow. Be great. Okay, got it. Well, you can sing the blues when your best friend puts you down. And you can sing the blues if your man has done left town. But what gives me the right to sing that mournful tune when I'm streaming with my honey in my sauna? So now you've heard my story and you understand the pain of searching and not finding any reason to complain. 'Cause my stars are in alignment and my house is all feng shuied. I'm filled with peace and harmony and my bills have all been paid. I've let go of the struggle, you know I paid my dues. When life gets this darn good, you lost the right to sing the blues.
No blues here. Just lots of green today, right? Yay. And green is abundance. Green is money. So I'm going to invite our ushers forward. I'm going to make sure I got this right. Yay, I got it right. Okay, if you all will join me in reading this. Today, I give in love and joy from the overflow of abundance in my life. My gift goes forward to bless and uplift, fulfilling the purpose of our spiritual community. Lives are transformed. I am grateful, and so it is. I promised you we'd have some more, so here they are.
Age of Aquarius by the Fifth Dimension. When the moon is in the seventh house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planets and love will steer the stars. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, age of Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius. Harmony and understanding, sympathy and trust abounding. No more falsehoods or derision, golden living dreams of vision. Mystic crystal revelation and the mind's true liberation. Aquarius. Aquarius. When the moon is in the seventh house
much sunshine.
Knowing that each person who gives is blessed for the giving, and that these gifts circulate out into this center and out into the outreach of this center to touch the lives, the souls, and to bring peace, joy, and love into more lives. We thank you. We're thankful. And so it is. Amen. Came back in.
Hey, do you want your water? There you go. So I invite you all to stand and form a square or circle or something like that. And don't hold hands yet. And if you'll put your hands up to bless each other. Something like that. That works great. And if you'll repeat after me, we know who you truly are. You are a unique way that Spirit is expressing. We love you. We appreciate you. We thank God for you. Welcome home. And I'll step away from the mic so we can sing the peace song.